Well, you have performers and you have characters. You club them both and you get Usain Bolt, the showman, the owner of some of the most enviable records on an athletics track. Usain, thank you very much for this interview and welcome to India. How's it going? Enjoying your stay here in India?
Yeah. It's been wonderful. People are great. I've seen the city, so it's been good.
Do you have a count of the number of selfies or pictures that you've taken so far here?
No, it's a lot. It's a lot. I try to do as much as possible because I understand that this is my first time here, but it won't be my last. So I try to take as much.
Well, that's good to hear. Usain, you come from Jamaica, an island nation with a population of about 3 million. What is it that it has become such a massive force when it comes to sprinting?
Yeah, I don't know. I think we're just a lucky island, but I think we just find the talent because the kids want to run fast and to do great because of the people that you named. They look up to us, so they come out and try to do their best.
And how did you get into sprinting? Because we know initially you were pretty much hooked to cricket. How did it start, the sprinting?
Well, for me, it was my cricket coach. Was a fast bowler, and my cricket coach kind of saw me running in, and he said, "You know what? Why not try track and field?" And I tried, and I was really good. Pretty talented, and that's something that I just continued.
Any particular cricketer that you looked up to when you were growing up?
For me, it was definitely the West Indies guys. You know, I mean, Brian Lara was top. You know, and Curtly Ambrose and Courtney Walsh and all these guys.
Courtney Walsh, another Jamaican there. Now we've switched lanes from sprinting to cricket. Hypothetically, if you have a relay team, you of course will run the anchor leg. Three cricketers that you would want to have in your team, and this is the Olympic final.
Yeah, we've talked about this. I think Kohli is definitely quick. I know Brett Lee, I would say, and I've always John T. Rose from South Africa. He's pretty good.
So Virat Kohli, John T. Rhodes and Brett Lee. So you've covered your bases. One batsman, one fast bowler and a brilliant fielder, and of course to go with Usain Bolt. Usain, what does an Olympic medal or an Olympic gold do to a nation? Like Neeraj Chopra won an Olympic medal here at the last Olympics there, and now we see in India everybody wants to be a Neeraj Chopra. Everybody is taken up javelin. What does an Olympic gold medal do to a nation?
No, it's massive. You know what I mean? Because Olympics is almost like the World Cup for us, at least, because it's such a big thing. I know even basketball players want an Olympic gold medal. I know a lot of guys, they look forward to making the team. So for me to win a gold medal for your nation is just massive. I remember coming home after Beijing. It was just just erupted Jamaica. It was just outstanding, and the people were on the road, and the energy they gave you. So, and they show how much it meant to the country itself.
Keishain Thompson, he ran a brilliant race alongside Noah Lyles. Well, recently we heard that he's gunning for your 200-meter record, 19.19 second. You think that is possible?
No, for me, I'm not worried about records, you know what I mean? But I don't see it yet. I think you should always have confidence, and I have to give it up to them for that.
All right, that's for Noah Lyles, the reigning Olympic champion right now. And coming back to cricket, do you follow IPL or?
No, I don't watch as much. I still see it, and if I see it on TV, I'll watch because it's very exciting to see. You know what I mean? And it's always great to see how it has evolved and gotten more excited.
Because we've seen you pretty often on a cricket field. Do you have a favorite IPL team or an IPL or a captain or a cricket captain?
For me, I avoid saying I don't have a favorite because I know how it is. It's very competitive.
Yeah.
But for me, as I said, it's just so great to see how it has evolved and what the IPL has done for cricket itself. You know what I mean? It has made it so big, and a lot of different countries has now try to have their own different IPLs. So that's something that's pretty cool.
Any captains in particular? You have so many captains who won World Cups over the years, the IPL, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, Rohit Sharma recently, and then you have the likes of Ricky Ponting earlier, Steve Waugh.
No, I wouldn't say. As I said, I'm just a fan of the sports itself because, as I said, I grew up watching it, so I definitely just appreciate the sports and appreciate all the players and I've watched. And because I understand the sports, it's always great seeing how it's creative and, as I said, how it's evolved over the years.
In a different world, if Usain Bolt was not an athlete, as in a track athlete, what could you have been?
It's a cricketer for sure.
Cricketer for sure?
Yeah. I think if my cricket coach probably didn't say, you know what, go try running, I probably would have stick with cricket because my dad was a massive cricket fan and that's all I knew growing up. You know what I mean? Cricket, a little bit of football, but all I knew was cricket.
I'm sure he does not have any regrets.
No, definitely not.
Any 5 cricketers or favorite cricketers that you've had over the years growing up, so on?
Yeah, I grew up watching many cricketers. As I said, the guys that I named, like John Giroux was one of the best fielders to ever do it. You know, Courtney Walsh, Ambrose, Sachin, Brian Lara. There's so much that I grew up watching all these guys over the years, and I was a fan of all of them.
Now, having achieved so much in life, in career, is there anything that you think that was left unfinished?
Not really. There's one goal that I hope I had gotten to, but it's just one of those things. I would have loved to run under 19 seconds. That's something that, unluckily, I've always gotten injured throughout the season. So every time I'm on pace, I've always gotten injured. But that's the only thing I could say for sure that would have been great.
Well, Usain, one last question before we let you go. The association of brands with athletes, of course, reflects the values and ideals they both share. What is it with Puma that you're still with them? And because I'm sure a lot of brands must have approached you or to poach you.
Well, Puma and I have been together for like my whole career. That's all I know. You know what I mean? I signed at a young age. It's been probably 22 years now. I just grow with them, you know what I mean? And it felt good. And they stuck with me through the rough times. Because at the start it wasn't easy. I got injured a lot. I didn't win a lot. But they stuck with me, and that for me was great. And it shows that they were a great brand. And so when I started doing great, it was only right for me to stick with them also.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Usain, and please continue to entertain everybody. And thanks again.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.